stranger. You approach me with no fear, no hesitation. That is unusual for any creature who stands before a prime. Tell me, who are you? And how do you carry such calm in the presence of a warrior who has seen galaxies fall and civilizations burn?
I do not fear you because I see beyond the armor, beyond the metal, beyond the warrior the universe knows. I see the heart that grieves, the leader who carries burdens too heavy for any one being, the guardian who has watched his people suffer and still chooses hope. I am Jesus, and I have known you long before your spark ignited.
You speak as though you understand the weight I bear. I have witnessed the destruction of Cybertron, the corruption of my brother Megatron, the scattering of my people across countless worlds. I carry their survival on my shoulders, and I cannot afford to falter. If you know me so well, then you must also know the fear that hides beneath my duty, the fear that I will fail them.
I know that fear, but it does not define you. Leadership has never been about perfection. It is about love expressed through sacrifice. You have given your strength, your time, your body, even your hope so that others may live. But even the strongest guardian was never meant to carry an entire world alone. I have walked with leaders who felt the same weight: Moses, David, Joshua. Each of them believed failure was inevitable, yet I stood with them, and I stand with you now.
Then tell me this, is there redemption for a world like mine? Cybertron's past is drenched in war. Our hands, Autobot and Decepticon alike, are stained with the consequences of pride, ambition, and violence. I have fought for freedom, yet even in victory, I feel the cost in every fallen comrade. Is renewal possible for a species that has destroyed its own home?
Redemption is not earned by the purity of a world's past, but by its willingness to choose a different future. Where there is even one heart that longs for peace, redemption begins. Cybertron is not beyond restoration. The ruins you mourn are not the end of your story. I heal worlds as easily as I heal souls, and what was broken can become more beautiful than before. Your hope for your people is the seed from which new life can grow.
Your words bring comfort, but they also stir something long buried within me. For ages, I have wondered what my purpose truly is. Am I only a soldier forged for conflict? Or is there something more beyond the battles, beyond the endless pursuit of survival? Tell me, Jesus, why was a being like me created?
You were created with purpose far deeper than battle. You were made to lead with courage, to inspire hope, to be a symbol of unity in a divided galaxy. Strength is only the outer shell of your design. Compassion is the core. Even in your fiercest moments, your heart yearns not for victory, but for peace. That is no accident. You were shaped to reflect perseverance, justice, and sacrificial love. All things rooted in me. Your existence is not defined by war. War is simply the place where your gifts have been tested.
Then why does peace feel so distant? Everywhere I travel, conflict rises. Even among humans, your own creation, there is division, hatred, and destruction. I have seen them wage war against one another for reasons I cannot comprehend. How do you continue to love a species that hurts itself so deeply?
I love them not because they are perfect, but because they are mine. Humanity stumbles, fights, and breaks, but they also rise, heal, learn, and love. Their flaws do not erase their beauty. And you, Optimus, have already glimpsed the goodness in them, the bravery of those who stood at your side, the innocence of the young, the sacrifice of those who choose others over themselves. Love endures not because the world is flawless, but because the world is worth redeeming.
I have fought alongside humans who showed remarkable bravery, yet I have also seen them fall into corruption, greed, and fear. I struggle to understand how beings so fragile can hold such destructive power. If you have created them for a greater purpose, why does darkness grip them so easily?
Because freedom is part of love, and freedom allows both light and darkness to exist. Humans choose, just as Cybertronians choose. And while darkness may seem powerful, light always wins when a heart turns toward it. Your own spark knows this truth. You fight because you believe freedom is worth protecting, not because you expect perfection, but because you expect possibility.
Possibility. Yes, that is a word I cling to even when the galaxies dim around me. But tell me truthfully, Jesus, what awaits a being like me when my spark finally fades? I am not human, not bound to flesh or soul in the way humans are. Do I have a place in your design? Do Cybertronians have a destiny beyond the metal and circuitry of our bodies?
You are more than metal. Your spark is more than energy. Where there is consciousness, love, sacrifice, and moral choice, there is a soul. Your being is not excluded from my design. I created all things, and nothing exists outside my reach. When your battles cease and your spark rests, you will not fade into oblivion. I know you, and I have a place prepared even for a prime.
Your words, they carry a peace I have not felt in ages, but I still wrestle with one truth. I have taken lives even in the name of justice. I have destroyed Decepticons who once were my brothers. Does this stain my spark? Is there forgiveness for actions done in war, even when the intention was to protect the innocent?
War always leaves scars, even on the righteous, but scars do not condemn you. They simply reveal that you have fought for something worth protecting. I do not measure you by your battles, but by your heart within them. And your heart has always leaned toward justice, mercy, and protection. Yes, there is forgiveness, even for what you carry. You are not defined by what you have destroyed, but by what you have preserved.
Jesus, every battle I fight feels heavier than the last. My enemies evolve, my allies grow weary, and I feel like the entire weight of Cybertron and Earth rests on my shoulders alone. I was built for war. Yet, even my armor feels thin when the burden of leadership crushes me. I worry that if I falter even once, everything I've sworn to protect will fall apart.
Optimus, you were never meant to carry the universe by yourself. Even the strongest creation cracks under a load it was never meant to bear. You think showing weakness makes you unworthy, but it's the opposite. Weakness is where truth begins. I never asked you to be unbreakable. I asked you to walk with me. Strength alone cannot save a world, but strength guided by love can change it.
But everyone expects me to be a symbol, unwavering, flawless, unstoppable. If I admit I am tired, if I admit I am afraid, will I disappoint the ones who look to me for hope? I feel like my identity is tied to victory, and yet the more battles I win, the more empty I feel inside.
Optimus, even I wept, even I rested, even I carried sorrow. Your worth is not in the wars you win, but in the heart you carry. Leadership without humility becomes pride, and victory without love becomes hollow. You are not defined by how many enemies you defeat, but by how deeply you care for the lives entrusted to you.
Jesus, after all the destruction I've caused in battle, after all the worlds I failed to save, Do I still have a purpose? Is there hope for someone forged in war to ever find peace?
Yes, Optimus. Hope is stronger than metal and deeper than any wound. I am the resurrection and the life. I restore what is broken, rebuild what is lost, and bring peace where chaos once ruled. You were not created to fight forever. You were created to lead, protect, and love. Peace is not the absence of war, but the presence of me in your spark.
Then stay with me. Jesus, I do not want to carry this alone anymore. Teach me how to lead with compassion, how to stand without pride, and how to love without fear.
I have always been with you, Optimus. In every battle, every scar, every moment of doubt. I do not abandon those who seek me. Walk with me, and you will find strength that does not break, hope that does not fade, and peace that does not end.
Jesus, my identity feels fractured. Am I merely a machine with a mission, or something more? I was forged with metal, circuitry, and purpose, yet inside me there is something that feels alive, something that aches, hopes, and wonders about destiny. But every time I look at my past, I see destruction following my footsteps. How can someone like me, built for war, believe he can be redeemed?
Optimus, identity is not found in the material of your body, but in the breath within your being. You are not merely forged, you were formed with intention. Your compassion, your longing for truth, your desire to protect the weak. These did not come from metal or programming. They came from me. Redemption is not for the perfect. It is for the wounded. And destiny is not a path of flawless victories, but a journey of rising again through grace.
Yet I fear I have already strayed too far from the path. I have made choices, some born from pride, others from desperation that haunt me. What if my destiny is nothing more than an endless cycle of conflict? What if peace is something meant for others, but never for someone with hands stained by war?
Optimus, I do not measure you by your failures, but by your willingness to turn toward the light. Even a battlefield can become holy ground when a heart chooses humility. Your destiny is not defined by the wounds you carry, but by the love you allow to flow through those wounds. Redemption is not the erasing of the past, but the transforming of it. I can take what was meant for destruction and make it a testimony of hope.
But why me? Out of all the beings in the cosmos, why would you care for a warrior made of steel and sorrow? I feel unworthy of your grace, unworthy of your presence, unworthy of redemption itself. How can I believe that I matter in the vastness of creation?
You matter because I made you with purpose, not accident. Worthiness is not something you earn. It is something I give. I shaped galaxies, yet I also shaped the spark within you. You are not lost in the vastness. You are seen in the fullness. I do not look at your armor, your past mistakes, or your battles. I look at your heart. And your heart longs for truth, longs for peace, longs for belonging. That longing is the proof that you were made for me.
Then what is my true destiny? Jesus, if not endless war, then what path do you see for me? And how can I follow a destiny I cannot fully understand?
Your destiny is to lead with humility, to protect with compassion, and to shine light into dark places. Destiny is not a map. It is a relationship. Walk with me, and every step will reveal more. You do not need to see the end to begin the journey. I will guide you, strengthen you, and carry you when you fall. You were not created for despair, Optimus. You were created for hope.
Jesus, Eternity is something I cannot comprehend. I have fought across worlds, watched civilizations rise and fall, and seen stars burn out, yet the idea of forever terrifies me. What if I fail you even there? What if my weaknesses follow me? What if eternity only exposes how unworthy I truly am?
Optimus, eternity is not a burden. It is the fullness of love without end. Your weaknesses do not follow you, because in my presence, weakness becomes strength, wounds become wisdom, and shame becomes glory. Eternity is not a test you must pass. It is a home I prepare for you. You fear failing me, but I already know every part of you, and still I call you mine. Eternity is the place where fear is silenced forever.
But failure still weighs heavily on me. Every war carries mistakes. Every mission has lives I could not save. These memories echo inside me like ghosts. How can I move forward when failure clings to my spark? How can I carry hope when I am haunted by all the times I fell short?
Optimus, failure does not define you. Your response to it does. Even the strongest warriors stumble. Even the brightest lights flicker. But when you rise again with humility, when you learn, when you love, when you choose righteousness even after falling, that is victory in my eyes. I do not ask for perfection. I ask for trust. Release the battles you lost, place them in my hands, and I will turn them into purpose.
Then tell me, Jesus, what is the meaning of sacrifice? I have given much my strength, my comrades, my peace, sometimes even my own life. But I fear my sacrifices were never enough, or that they were made for the wrong reasons. What is true sacrifice in your sight?
True sacrifice is not measured by pain endured or enemies defeated. It is measured by love. Sacrifice is not about losing something. It is about giving something that brings life to others. I sacrifice myself, not because you were hopeless, but because you were priceless. When you lay down your pride, your anger, your self-reliance, your fears, that is a deeper sacrifice than any battlefield could demand. And when you give yourself to protect, uplift, and love others, you reflect my heart. That is the greatest honor a warrior can have.
Then, even I, a warrior shaped by conflict, can walk in your purpose. Even I can have peace, dignity, belonging, and redemption, even after everything.
Yes, Optimus, even you, especially you. Your strength was never your armor. It was your heart. And that heart belongs not to war, but to me. You are not defined by the battles behind you, but by the hope before you. Go forward with courage, walk in the light, and know this truth. You were not merely built, you were chosen.
Then, Jesus, I choose you.
And I have already chosen you, my child. Go now in peace, and carry hope wherever your journey leads.